Morning, everybody. Jim Adkins here from Adkins Results Coaching. Oh, that's bright. On a Tuesday morning. Kind of forgetting what day it is out here, right? So today, day 24 of your 30 days, I've got a couple of questions. We're going to do some housekeeping, and then I've got a little commentary, and we'll get on with the day. So if you've been thrown a curveball in your activities, your daily routine, your health, I hope not, but these things happen. And right now we're experiencing kind of a dramatic hiccup. I don't want to make light of it, but what a cool test. If you look at it as a test or a learning curve, what is it about what you're doing that you can change now because of this dramatic, in your face, this is happening. We could be prepared for these little setbacks all the time if we shifted this or if we did that. And then you make plans and you prepare for it, and it never happens. Well, what if you're wrong? So that's what we're going to talk about today. A little housekeeping first, though. On your goals, this 30-day workshop was actually set up to help you learn to stick to it, set, and achieve a goal. So set, stick to, and achieve a goal, I guess, would be a process. I want to know how you're doing. Let me know where you're at. And is it day 24 for you, or is it day 1? And recently had a couple of people, not so many, a lot of people just kind of staying quiet, but a couple of people, not unlike myself, have asked the question, how many days of messing up before you reset? Let me rephrase that. So you start your goals, you set them out, you've got a timeline, you're moving forward. This was a 30-day thing, right? So we're going forward. And over the last 3 weeks, you've fell off your diet 18 times. Or once a week or twice a week you're not working out like you wanted to. You scheduled it to happen, and I'm not talking you're scheduling 7 days and you're missing 2 weeks. No. I'm talking you've got a real schedule that works for you, 3 days, 4 days, whatever, and you miss half those days in a week. Do you reset to day 1, or do you pick it up and move forward from where you're at? Well, it's totally a personal choice. For me, I go back to day 1. That's just how it works. When I'm trying to supersede a set of bad habits or create a new development in my life that's propelling me forward, I know that 30 days is my best effort, and that best effort will get me to changes. So I mark as 30 days continual. And if I start falling off, it's easy for me to go, well, this happened and that happened. I will just pick up where I left off. Well, that's okay in momentum, because that's absolutely what's going to happen. I mean, I don't go back to square one and start the actions of day 1 over. I just start my counting for day 1 on that day. I'm still moving forward. If you fail and you're wrong at certain things about your goals and in your goals, so let's say you've made a decision or a choice and you started moving forward and you find out, it's not working, or that's, I was totally wrong about that part of this goal or that part of what I really thought I wanted. Really take time to evaluate and make sure you're not just giving up on yourself, but really look at it and make sure that it's part of the goal is still the same. It's just the actions that you're taking are not correct. And then change them. So what if you're wrong? What if you think it's going to rain and you take an umbrella with you and you don't want to get wet, and it doesn't rain? You see what I'm doing? What if you believe that the investment you're making and the market's going to continually go up, and something happens and you're wrong at the moment? If you've done proper research and you've taken the time to know exactly what it is you're willing to invest in, and we'll talk about taking too much time, and you make the decision and you're wrong. Well, what happens? Well, maybe you lose a certain percentage of that investment, but if you done it right, and sensory acuity tells you that, this is that, or this is another thing in your investment. I'm not going to give you investment advice right now. You either double down or you shift and move forward. So what if you're wrong? What if, what about love? You guys ever fall in love and you sit back and you've questioned it, and before you even took the leap or decided that, this is love, and you talked yourself out of it? Because if you want to find things wrong with a situation, you're gonna, in every situation you can find them. So you sit there and you really talk yourself out of it, and then you look back and go, you know what, that was the one. Now you regret, right? And I think everybody's experienced something like that somewhere in their life. So what if you're wrong? And you take that leap of faith and you trust that what you're feeling right now is love, and you're wrong. You've learned something from it. Hopefully you didn't get hurt in the process. I'm not talking about broken heart. Broken hearts heal. But you follow me? Okay, so are you on day 1? Are you on day 24? For me, I'll tell you where I'm at. I'm on day 1. We got this hiccup, and it took me longer than necessary to make some proper decisions about not going in to teach group classes. I really wanted to still get together, but I also want to take care of my people. So, made the right choice. Absolutely made the right choice to hold off and listen to the advice of the people that are making the decisions too. The Surgeon General, the President of the United States, our governor, never mind. But those people that are making the decisions, I agree with most of what they're saying. I do want to say this about that. Choosing not to decide is still a choice. When you have decisions to make, if you overthink, overlook, overdig, over justify, start pointing the finger at other people, well, I can't make my decision because this person didn't do that, or that person, or this is not in place over here, or this, I can't make my decision. You'll never make a decision, and that's a decision not to decide, right? So taking responsibility and actions and moving forward with the best intent, and finding out you might be wrong in certain areas sometimes is way better than no action at all. Imagine sitting at a red light, and you can use this for your goal. You're looking at your goal, you're waiting for the light to turn green so that you can start doing your goal. And you're physically in your car at the red light, and you're first in line, and the light turns green, and you feel, I'm going to sit here for an extra second because I think somebody may not pay attention. And you've made that decision to stay there. People are honking at you. Hey, let's go. And somebody flies through the red light. Good decision, right? But what if they don't fly through the red light? What if nothing extraordinary happens other than you get honked at because you're sitting there for an extra minute? So what? What if you're wrong? Big deal. You go later and nobody's worse off for it. If they're another second late to work, it's because they left the house late. Follow me? Same thing's true with your goal. If you have overthought it, and you're still overthinking it, and you're trying to get every little detail right, and you're working, you got to have this, and I got to make sure I have the right shoelaces in my shoes so when I go work out, I don't twist my ankle, but I haven't bought the shoes yet because I don't know what socks to wear. And if I get those socks, I can't wear those kind of pants. And if I wear those pants, I'll probably be embarrassed. And if I'm not embarrassed, then I can put these. No, just go and work out. Now, I know you can't right now, but you can go downstairs, you can go outside, you can go in the living room, whatever. You can go in the closet, work out if you want to. Clean your closet out. Make a decision. What if you're wrong? What's the worst that's going to happen? Plan for it. Okay, so day 1 or day 24, it doesn't matter. Go back and reevaluate. I'll give you some ideas here on what you can do today. Did you follow your intuition? Follow your gut. These are things I write down that I've got. Did you limit your distractions? Learn from your mistakes. These are good ones. Choose goals that motivate you. Look for the positive in every situation. We try and do that all the time, right? Did what you're passionate about. How about this? Did you practice patience today? Not only with other people, but how about yourself? If you're wrong about something and you're impatient and you go, you know what, I started over, Jim. I'm on day 1 again for the 30th time. and I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. Well, you're definitely getting somewhere. You're just being hard on yourself. How much time did your parents or the people that raised you give you to learn how to walk? How much time would you give your child to learn how to walk? Well, it's been 2 weeks. We're going to stop you from walking now. No, you let them try until. That's the key formula, until. So when you fall off or when you think that you're making a mistake and you were wrong about a certain thing, give yourself some, practice a little patience, practice some self-love, and move forward with it. That's all I got for you today. I'll check back in with you on tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday, and I'll tell you what we're headed into. We're headed into the accumulation of progress. I want you to get your notebooks ready because by the end of this week, I'm going to have you start writing down successes that you've done for this 30 days. You're going to be surprised at all the wonderful things you've done. If you take notes like I do every day, you've probably got them now, but I want you to learn to celebrate your successes too. So as we move forward, that's what we're going to be looking into. Okay, one quick note on what's happening in the world, and I promised I wouldn't get political or religious or anything like that, so I'll try to keep it as bland as possible, but it is my opinion. I hear on the note of, hey, let's get together, let's go out, let's do this anyway. People are saying things like, more people have died from this other virus or that other virus, and we never responded or reacted like this. Well, is it just me or is it common sense? If you listen to that statement again, we never responded like this to those other diseases, and more people, thousands more died than this one. Do you follow me? We never responded like this before, and more people died. Or is it more people died of those, and we never responded like this? Semantics, right? Or common sense. It's like saying you got 20 kids, and the last time they all got the flu, we didn't respond, and only half of them died. I don't know. I love you. I'll shut up. So what if you're wrong, but what if you're right? Make a decision. Have a great day. I love you. Till next time, on your mark, get set, grow.